GFN Soccer TV, with all your favourite shows in one place, is now live in the UK with Samsung TV Plus.
This is FCM on DR Sports, and it's live.
Yes, people, what's happening? Welcome back to another episode of FCM. You already know what time it is. Sunday service is in full effect. And believe you me, we have an episode for you today. I go by Myra. I'm the host of most. In case it's your first time here. And joining me are two amazing men of great valor, great content, and great people. To my left, I've got the one and only, the cult hero, the international culture, Cams.
Hey, man.
Fresh from Italy.
Yes.
Fresh from Italy.
How's ATL, man? It was good, man. It was good. Real football, man. Go see real football. Get up and go experience different cultures, man. What going for the man, then, man? That's why I'm culture Cams. Yeah, bro.
To go watch Atalanta. But to be fair, you know you're next, because I went by her. You've been at Atalanta. You got to take a trip,
international,
bro.
man. Where you going, bro? Go with Ajax or something, man.
Finals.
Yeah, bro.
Yeah,
When's that?
man.
Next one on the calendar.
Yeah, go do that. Go do that. Go do that.
I'll see.
And of course, we've got, you know, the one and only, the real dog in the building, Fuad Kadani.
W's in the chat.
I just want to read this comment actually quickly. Jamie goes, I just realised FCM stands for your initials.
Hey!
Yo, do you know what though?
Thumbs up.
I can't lie.
A lot of people ain't
I get that message like
People ain't
every couple of
realise
months. People are like, oh, football got its
Yes.
Cam, mate.
And also, if you're using your third eye, if you're awake, you can see it's FCM.
It's in order. It's in order.
Did you wake up? Are you awake?
you
Anyway,
awake?
listen, if you're new around here, welcome. If you're returning, welcome back. You know what time it is, as is custom around here. It's not by luck or by fluke you get a dub, and it's something to be cherished as well. So if you and your team went out this weekend, did the business, did what needed to be done, hold tight the 3-point collectors, man. Hey, everyone stand up, man. Hey, man. It's in the middle, Hey, come on, man.
Don't break the team.
Oh my gosh, it's been so
Hey,
long.
it's been a while since we all great at the same game, you
A full
know.
house of 3-point collectors.
What?
Look at us. Who would
Hey,
have thought?
who would have thought,
Who would
man?
have
Who would
thought?
have
Not me,
thought?
man. Not
Lovely,
me. Oh my
lovely,
gosh,
lovely.
listen. A lot of football happened, but of course, we usually talk about the fixture that ended the weekend, and that is City Brentford. I think it's only right we briefly speak about that. City getting the win at Brentford. Keith Andrews long ball throw. You know, it's tricky, but they did what needs to be done.
Yeah.
Haaland once again, and we've had a few Haaland conversations this season. But one thing I think that needs to be stated, and we've always stated, is that when big players leave, it means that there's room for others to stand up and be accounted for. And he's doing just that. He's getting older, he's getting better, he's evolving, and it's just nice to see a player walk in that pathway where you can see, even though you're arguably the best finisher that this league has seen, you're still improving. I think it's refreshing to see. I mean, what are your thoughts? I know Haaland is a striker that you rate highly and you fight his corner.
Yeah.
You've also in the past identified where he can improve. From what you've seen so far this season, what's standing out to you?
His overall play. I think his overall play is what's standing out to me. If you go back to when Roy Keane, for example, said he's a League 2 player or whatever, but he obviously scores goals, I don't think you can say that about Haaland anymore. And I've always been someone that was saying, I think you because he was generational in terms of what he had done from such a young age, people seem to think that was his finished article. And I'm like, you're talking about a 22-year-old, 23-year-old. Wait for him to develop. Yes, okay, sometimes it was frustrating. You see only 6 touches in a game or whatever. But it's going to happen, bro. The best strikers, you look at what Harry Kane is doing right now. Harry Kane's 31?
Yeah.
32?
Still
Harry
evolving.
Kane's real evolving moment came in that Jose season. So let's say he was about 27. Really evolved his game. Haaland is still 24, 25.
Yeah.
And people were expecting him to be this finished product by 22 because he was a generational talent. And I look at him and I'm just saying, wow. You know what I mean? Like, the goal scoring is never in question, but now he's scoring the type of goals I've wanted to see Haaland score. Not just the tap-ins, which you need them. You need 10 of them a season.
Yeah.
but now he's bullying, which we've seen him do in moments. But the goal he scored today, ragdoll, get out of here. I'm banging that in the bottom corner. The goals that the goal against Arsenal in transition. I'm loving seeing this version of Erling Haaland. And for me, listen, I feel like each week I keep seeing more and more. I'm like, but this guy, I said it before about the Premier League, about being the best goal scorer in the Premier League. But honestly, you move Ronaldo and Messi away because they've, even late into their 30s, they were scoring at unbelievable clip.
Yeah.
But from what I've seen, this guy might be the best goal scorer I've ever seen, bro. Because with my own eyes, no, I don't know about Gerd Muller's and Pele's, but in my own eyes, this guy might be the best goal scorer I've ever seen. And the thing about him is that there's still so much for him to go as well. And I'm looking at Man City this season. No KDB, no Gundogan, none of these guys.
Yeah.
Who's stepping up and saying, I'm going to be the one to carry this team? It's Erling Haaland, as it should be. Yes. You know what I mean? And when I'm looking at him now, I'm looking at three men at the moment. If you're saying a Ballon d'Or could come this year, it's Mbappe with what he's started.
Yeah, we're in November.
It's Harry Kane. It's Harry Kane.
It's too early.
It's Harry Kane and it's Erling Haaland, bro. This is Ballon d'Or level, bro. I'm not
I get what you're saying.
Norway might shag him. Man City might not win the Premier League or the Champions League. They're not the strongest. Well, they're still in the race. Mm-hmm. But this is Ballon d'Or level.
Yeah.
This is them three. Obviously, Yamal has been injured and stuff. Them three are playing at a Ballon d'Or level, and I'm interested to see how it goes.
As well, though, in terms of he has to make this team his own this season. I feel like last year it was him and Foden. Doku's there as well. I think this season it's almost like he's realised, all right, cool. I think I have to be the apex here.
Yeah.
And even in terms of the touches thing that you talked about, where previous there were some games where I think that happened in midweek in the Champions League, and a reporter tried to press him after the game as well, like, oh, do you feel like you could get more involved with, the lack of touches? And he was like, well, I'm making the runs.
Yeah.
My movement is there. And that's actually one thing I think that gets overlooked in terms of
how many runs
the amount of runs he makes that goes unnoticed, that he doesn't get the ball played, and then he resets and goes again. And it's like, sometimes it's not his fault for not getting that ball, but I think you're seeing improvements in him this year, and he's taking that accountability that he's got to be the guy.
I think, like, even with this era, right, like the one up top and stuff, people expect a lot of what you do to you. They want the number 9 to be able to do everything, score, hold up. But the thing about it, even if he has little touches, I feel like now his touches are a lot more efficient and valuable than what before. Okay, he would score goals with his 6 touches, but now even if he's just getting 20 touches, he's actually holding the ball up well. He's knocking it down. You know what I mean? It's a much better from before, where 5 of his 7 touches might have been a poor first touch, and then the 7th touch is a goal. Now I don't see that. He just looks at more complete for me.
With that, what I would say about Haaland as well is sometimes when you're watching a striker, you're so focused on, you said, on the end product. A striker like Haaland, because of how athletic he is and what he offers, the fear he puts in defenders actually creates, his presence alone creates opportunities for wingers around you. And I think whilst he is levelling up, it gives the opportunity for the Fodens, who's done well this season, and the Dokus to also come to the dance as well. I think that they've got another level to go.
Definitely.
And I think it's interesting because we're talking about some big personalities leaving the change room. When Haaland got to City, he was a little poppy. You still have to follow in the line of what KDB wants. You still have to follow what Gundo wants and these guys. If you look at that change room now, he's the big dog. Like, don't get me wrong, Rodri's Ballon d'Or Rodri, but Haaland's Haaland.
Yeah. And I'm thinking Rodri now as well, that's another loss for Man City when you think about it, because Rodri, if we're having it right, Rodri hasn't looked himself since the injury. We saw in the Club World Cup, we've seen it early in the season. And this is the second time now Rodri's gone off this season mid-game with an injury. This might be, now, I don't like to cast for anybody, but are we ever going to get back to that peak Rodri? Probably not. You know what I mean? In terms of he won a Ballon d'Or. He won a Ballon d'Or
to that level.
I feel like Rodri is a heavier man, bro. I feel like I said, if you go back to what I said, when I saw that injury, I always said he's such a heavy man that I think that ACL is gonna. Bro, he's a big guy, bro.
No.
Like, I feel like that injury on the knee.
I understand the effect if your game is like reliant on pace. I never felt like his game.
But
was
you see, when Rodri walks, I swear he's like.
It's not pace, but
why is he talking like he's in Jurassic Park? Bro, that's even
that's the part. When Rodri walks, I swear he tears ground with him, bro. Bro, he's like. He's like heavy-footed, bro. Look at his feet.
Nah, you're
Bro,
killing
when
me.
you're in the stadium and you hear Rodri pass the ball, it's like, boom. It's like, boom. He's like, bro, he's like a thumps the ball, bro. I'm telling you, bro. He's a big guy, bro. It's not easy.
Fuad, you mentioned pace, but I think
easy.
when you're like a midfielder that gets about the field, like you're covering ground. I think those injuries can, because it's your confidence in running around the ground as well, innit? That's another thing.
I think in terms of if we see the full season, then you'll kind of get a better gauge. But I remember when Van Dijk came back from his injury, bro, it took him a full year where he didn't really look himself, and all these questions were coming up.
Also, he adjusted the way he played.
Of course, but I think that was also Liverpool as a system they had to adjust. I think City now need to realise that maybe they do need to tweak the system a little bit just to give him a little bit more protection. Maybe put a real runner next to him. I don't know if I want to write him off straight away though and say like,
Rodri?
No, I don't think he's right. I don't think he's right. I don't think he's right.
I don't know, man.
He's saying basically he's done.
I'm saying as the elite top Ballon d'Or, we won a Ballon d'Or. I don't know if
I would say
I don't know.
I would say
Hard.
this. I would say this. I've seen very good players when they get injured. Maybe the best version of themselves we never see again.
Yeah.
But the ability means that you're able to evolve.
Yeah.
So again, I'm not going to put Reece James in that category, but Reece James doesn't have the pace he has. But you've seen him still be able to be an effective player.
Yeah.
Van Dijk, you mentioned, he's not going to run after everyone. He's going to jockey. Still high level. You've seen it with
Haaland
R9
scored again. Haaland scored. Winner, looking like, hey. I'll give him champion of the week, maybe.
What man said? What?
Bro, 100%.
Bro,
100%.
Is it this week
Champions League as well?
It might be a KDB assist
is it
again.
this?
Hey.
Yo, KDB be well, I might have to look at KDB's. He be putting people on the map, innit?
Yeah.
KDB putting people on the map.
Hey, KDB appreciation from Cams.
Nah, I'm giving him this flowers every year now, man.
Wait, hold on. What are you trying to say? Are you trying to say that?
KDB makes careers,
Does
bro.
KDB make guys?
Wait, are you trying to say that if it was KDB and Haaland at City?
What are you saying? Won't be Haaland, yeah? You look at this guy.
Come on now.
Hey, listen, but no, on City.
Hold on. But a good question is, would Bruno and Haaland look as good as KDB and Haaland? I mean, KDB and Haaland. If Haaland was with KDB,
Yes.
and Bruno had Haaland.
Yes.
Well, Bruno and Haaland's
I
clearing,
think
yeah?
Bruno and Haaland's still doing their thing.
Wait,
Yeah.
Bruno and
Bruno and
Haaland.
Haaland.
In what team? In what team?
So KDB and Haaland at City,
Yeah.
or Bruno and Haaland at Man United.
Think of the centre forward.
Who's cooking more though? Who's cooking?
Come on, man.
What do you mean the centre forward?
Wait. No, wait. Hold on.
Only on Igalo and the
Let's pause it.
You
Let's pause
got
it. Let's pause it because I actually want to that's a good question before we segue into other stuff. So let's break it down. So you've got Hero Ball. And
It's not hearable. He's a chance creating machine, bro.
Who, Bruno?
Let's not deny it, bro. Like,
no, but what Bruno we talking about?
like how it looks.
What Bruno we talking about?
But
Can't believe his life right now. with
I
KDB,
know.
with KDB.
I know.
Watch KDB
But
as well.
I still think Haaland eats, Bruno eats. I think maybe
Wait.
Haaland eats a little bit
let me
more,
not lie to you. I
but
think
Haaland
that-
is not eating that
Hey,
the
Cam,
clip that
Cam,
Haaland
Does
would.
Bruno
Cam, I
be
think-
feeding our strikers though?
Cam, I think
This insight is needed.
Hey Cam, I think
bro.
Bruno and Haaland are arriving in the box at the same time.
Bro, insight
Wait,
is
who
needed.
is that? Who is that? What team was it where
see
someone joined and they just kept arriving in the same position? No, it was McTominay back.
McTominay and Haaland, bro. Oh, KDB. Wait, hold on. No, it wasn't a KDB assist.
was it?
though.
We're
Wait,
gassing
was
up,
it?
we're gassing up.
Politano.
He gassing that thing
No,
up.
this is there's a
Anguissa.
rebound. There's a rebound.
Alright, cool. But big up City. I think it's what they need to be doing, especially
3
after
points
the
away
midweek.
from the top.
3 points away from the top midweek. The one thing that they've got to do is against better competition, they seem to be conceding goals a lot. Monaco, we saw it. The game before, we saw it. I think if they can shore up their defense, which Rodri is another key thing because he looks after that, it helps them. But they need to find a solution around that, and I'm sure Pep will be looking into that. But alas, we know what you're here for. Arsenal fans, let's give them a little top of the table. We give them a little. Send your invoice. Send your invoice. Send it to DR Sports. I'm taking pounds. I'm taking yen. I'm taking cash dollar. I'm taking naira. I'm taking everything. Send
Shillings.
your invoice. Yes, let's get into
Say
it.
London is purple.
London.
You're lost.
Hold that
I was
Turkish-
waiting to be bit.
I saw that.
You're lost.
London is purple is hilarious. But alas, Liverpool have lost 3 games on the bounce. Crystal Palace,
Sounds good.
Galatasaray, Chelsea. I went to Stamford Bridge.
You were there, innit?
I was there.
Yeah.
I had to be there. All I'm going to say is, justice was served.
Justice?
Justice.
Why was it justice? What was it justice?
Let me tell you why it's justice.
What's it justice for, bro?
Because when we spend money, it's you spent money and you couldn't beat so and All right, cool. These man came with most expensive Premier League player, nothing. Second most expensive Premier League player, nothing. Third most expensive Premier League player, nothing. They left with nothing. They thought we were gonna crumble when they scored. They said, we played with one centre back. We said, all right, we'll play with one centre back too. We'll play with one centre back too.
Yeah.
We'll play one centre back too.
Yeah.
Mo Salah tried a little thing. He tried to shimmy, and I saw my defenders drop him. We said, no problem. Reece James, centre back, we handled that. It's light work. It's like they thought that this is gonna be a little international break and they can walk into the sunset. No.
This week has low-key turned it around for Maresca, isn't it?
Yeah, I mean that him running on, he celebrated it like he really needed that one. So maybe.
I'll break down.
He needs credit for that game as well.
This is what I mean. I want to give Maresca credit because the last things I've been saying over the last few weeks is his lack of being adaptable and the substitutions that are ultra negative. And I'll be honest, when I saw Malo Costa start in centre mid, I gasped. But substitutions in the second half, you trust the wingers that you brought in. Gittins comes on, Esteval comes on. And there was a passage of play where when you got players playing on the flanks and they cut in, Gittins comes in, cuts in, shoots. I said, okay. The ball bobbles out. Esteval did exactly the same thing. I said, right, man never been told that they can shoot on sight now. It's moving me. There was a positivity to the play. Even bringing Mark Guy on, I was like, I respect it because João Pedro, he's a centre forward, but he's not going to chase down the goalkeeper. I promise you, if you rate him or you don't rate him, that guy for the 20 minutes on the pitch ran to the goalkeeper skying the ball. It does something. When you play players in the right positions, you optimise them, it does something. Moses Caicedo.
I can't lie.
Grabbing back defence. Can you defend?
Yo, grab him back. Let me say something.
Back your boy.
Grab him back, yo.
Back your boy.
Hey.
Back your boy.
Let me say. Let's
Back
keep
your
some
boy.
Caicedo praise.
Yeah.
Let's keep some Caicedo praise.
Who's that man? Why's he leaving his right hand? Hey, come on and back your boy. Don't leave him.
No. Chill.
Don't leave him.
Go grab in a sec.
Don't leave him.
That was prime Kante performance from Caicedo.
I don't want to hear
the
Kante.
goal.
I don't
think of the goal.
Yeah,
You've seen Kante score those types of goals.
Yeah,
the energy getting up and
Kante,
down.
Kante scores in the box.
The duel-winning machine he was, bro. That was literally the reincarnate of Kante there.
All I'm going to say about Caicedo is, very simply put, you may not like the way he tackles. It may sometimes look a bit villagey. But when it comes to a player that breaks up play, gets up and down the field, can score goals, can pick out a pass, can give you, and let's have real talks here, because people were talking McAllister, he gives you 7 out of 10s. I ain't seen them 7s for a few weeks, homeboy. Caicedo, when was the last time a Caicedo dropped a 6 or 5? No one can tell me. So when we're talking about levels, let's have it right. Caicedo's here, and keep your little bodies over here. Let's have it right.
Ooh. Stop right there.
Premier League.
Okay,
Premier League.
So Gary Neville came out and he said that Caicedo right now he thinks he's the best midfielder in the Premier League.
Yes.
Do you agree?
Yes. Premier League.
He's the best midfielder in the Prem.
When it comes to international Pedro and that, we need to
let's settle down.
We need some VC points. But when it comes to Premier League,
you going better than Declan Rice?
Yes.
Interesting.
Yes.
Rodri?
Yes. We just said that Rodri's a crook.
I mean, doesn't mean that you're not going to put him in the best conversations.
Cam, don't bring guys that are.
I love
if you can't play 70 minutes.
No, what are you saying? Grab him back? You're not going to grab him back?
Listen,
you're the one that says he's the most complete midfielder in Europe. Back is
100%.
Yeah.
I still think in terms of completeness, Caicedo, I think from a defensive standpoint you're talking, in terms of as a defensive midfielder, right? Or are you just talking 6, 8, 10s, everybody?
I'm talking about
He's saying he's the
of a
best
player.
centre midfielder in the
Central
Premier League.
midfielder.
I don't know about that. I think the form he's in at the moment, he can be in the conversation for sure. But I don't think it's something that you can definitively say this early in the season.
That's fine.
In my opinion.
He was
doing it last
But
year
that type
though
of
as well.
performance is where you've got someone who's in the conversation with you, Graven Birch across. Mind you, Graven Birch played like centre back for 50 minutes.
Yeah,
of the game,
get back,
you know what I mean?
get where you belong, bro.
Yo, multifunctional.
I get where you belong.
Caicedo's the player right back in school, but when he's playing centre back, it ain't cool. You know what I mean? Look, you see one rule for the other, but I think that performance for me is like a real. You put a flag in.
I'll tell you,
For me,
the reason why
do you know who else,
I'm gassing
though?
that up,
Yeah, go on.
the reason why I'm gassing it up is because I've spoken at length about Chelsea's lack of leaders. And when Chelsea have these moments of crumbling, there's usually 3, 2.5 people that always show up. You're always looking for Cole Palmer to score your goal, but it's Reece James and Moises Caicedo. And that game yesterday was the epitome
of
of
those two.
real men. You want me to play midfield? No problem.
That-
you want
I
me to
was-
play centre half? I'm locking up both of them. You want me to play right back? I'll do that. You want me to still be attacking threat from deep? No worries. I'm doing grass cutters for 70 yards.
Yeah.
Reece James with one knee, one hamstring, whatever it is, I don't care. He's still saying I'm not to my full best yet. Are you seeing the levels of what we're playing with?
Yeah, Reece James is a top player, though, isn't it? That's a
it's-
top player.
it's mental,
Reece
man.
James was FCM. You heard us talking about Timber last week and said, you don't think
He's
say
a top
that,
player.
say no
Reece
more.
James is a
But I
top
think
player.
that's the thing. It's the fitness with him, whether he can, because you know what he's capable of. But can he give you that week in, week out for 90 minutes, 2 games a week? That's where the issue is. But I think what I was so
But
impressed
so
with,
far,
how
he's-
he played a different number of positions, and every single one, bro, he was just
bodied
turning it.
it.
I was like,
He
fair
bodied
play,
it,
man.
bro.
What a performance.
He bodied it. But from a Chelsea perspective, Maresca was able to adapt, and it's the key thing I've been asking for. Like, I understand you're a young manager. I understand you're wedded to your principles. But the reason why everyone gassed you up against PSG, I keep saying it's because you changed something. He's shown again that he can change something. He can make substitutions. So now it's just, okay, we're not going to win every single game. Cool. But when times are sticky, can you do something?
Yeah.
Like, what he did against Slot was good. There was not many times in the game where I thought Liverpool had us, and that's playing with a back, 2 centre backs that are unfamiliar in terms of Achimpong and Badishu, who are both thought were really good. Then you've got Hato coming in playing centre half, which that
He
cameo.
played well. He played well. Good cameo.
That's the Hato I know.
That's my
That's
boy,
the
man.
boy I know.
That was
That's
good,
it,
man.
Yeah,
That's the real Hato right there.
Reece James, do what he needs to do. Everyone's performances on the pitch. Cucurella, you can to get the assist. Okay, great. You're adding something to your game. Defensively, I know you're good, but can you get crosses in? I thought everyone's performances were up for it, and they did what needed to be done, and I was happy, especially because the Benfica game midweek, I was like, oh shit, is this what we're doing? And we've got Liverpool coming. To see us go from the beginning of the week against Brighton to that, it's signs of encouragement, but you can't let that fall now after international break. You got to double down and build from there is my main thing. It's all good winning a game, and we're not a mid-table team where you win one game and you're like, oh my gosh, we won. Got to build from it. So
Yeah, I mean,
was gassed
Esteval's
though.
cameo was good as well. Esteval came
he
on.
changed the game.
Do you
Yeah,
know
he
what- do
came
you know
on.
what I
He was
like him?
direct.
You know, in the Premier League, we talk about running power. He's not got a lot of running power. He's not. He's can't.
nimble.
But he's the
nimble.
jinky is real. The Jogger Bonito is real, and the fact that we realise that, listen, he might not be able to beat and get round, but in terms of getting on the end of the ball and starting attacks, he's key. And he got the better of Robertson, and Robertson was fresh legs as well. Let's have it right. Robertson was fresh
hands
legs.
on his knees, though.
Robertson
Hands
was
on your knees. Hands on your knees.
Robertson was fresh legs.
I think something that you ain't spoken about, and a player that you ain't spoken about for me is Lavia.
Thank you.
If Lavia, this guy is different. I'm telling you, Lavia is a top player, and him missing is such a loss for Chelsea.
It's a misjustice.
A Caicedo Lavia pivot will be the best in the Premier League. These two, we know what Caicedo can do. He's getting all the praise, but I feel like we've forgotten about how good Lavia is, and he only gets to show us literally for 20 minutes, and you don't see him
And it's
for
always
6
against
months.
Liverpool. And it's
but
always
the
against Liverpool.
guy, everyone's always talking about first phase player. The guy gets the ball first phase with ease. He's got hips that he just turns whenever he wants. Literally, he just turns, boom, he's gone. You know how Timber moves it? That's what I mean. Hips don't lie. He just turns. He's comfortable on the ball in all phases. His passing is sharp, is crisp. He wants the ball back. He makes, with how good he is on the ball and how confident he is on the ball, he makes Caicedo's job easier. And he also makes Enzo Fernandez's job so easy. That's when Enzo Fernandez can do the Kevin Nolan thing that I say. You know what I mean?
Crashing.
The box crash. Real talk.
You wanna know something really funny?
The way, I'm telling you, Lavia, if Chelsea can find a way to give Lavia some, I don't know, some HGH and make him stay fit for the rest of the season, yeah. I'm telling you, that guy is key to what Chelsea can do. Imagine Palmer, Lavia and Caicedo midfield 3.
Look at the strength.
There's something you said that made me laugh. You see Enzo Fernandez, yeah? If go and watch Enzo Maresca's tapes.
I think Enzo played well yesterday, though.
No, but I'm saying go and watch Enzo Maresca's tapes.
Player tapes. What are you saying? Enzo to Enzo. They're like...
I understand why he likes him now.
Yeah.
They've got the same
Very
mold.
similar.
We ain't got legs, but if you arrive in the box, you can do a little shot. But on Lavia, a few weeks ago...
Amarim and Ugarte, boy. Go watch Amarim tape, boy. Go watch Amarim tape. Go watch Amarim tape.
A few weeks ago...
Who Amarim at Benfica?
Yeah, bro. Go watch Amarim tape, bro.
Receding hairline Amarim.
Ugarte-esque, bro. Ugarte-esque.
A few weeks ago, when Dembele won the Ballon d'Or, and you know, people talking about him coming back for injury and whatnot, Lavia posted something and people were laughing at him. And like, I think what people need to realize is a fully fit Lavia is
scary.
That's a world beater.
Yeah.
Like, he did one shift. You know, we see Gravenberch doing a shift. There's one that Lavia did, yeah, the camera went like this.
You saw the camera.
He saw the camera.
But the thing is,
And he has
I
to go to
feel
the
like with
camera. That's
Lavia
great,
and
though.
even Reece James, I don't think anybody doubts their quality. It's
just how fit you can keep
fitness,
them.
man.
It's just how fit you
These
can
guys
keep them.
just need to stay fit.
Yeah.
Like, it's the same thing we used to say about Elise, Isaac, 2 years ago, where, bro, the talent is there. If these guys can give us 1 year of just fitness, the whole opinion just changes on
Great
how you see
examples
them.
though, because ultimately in Elise, I can't remember the last time Elise had a long injury.
Now he's
Isak,
Bayern's main
obviously
man
getting back.
alongside.
But another one that I want to shout out, kind of similar. When was the last time you heard about Harry Kane's ankles?
You saying come off the Haribo's?
Yeah, you got to come
So
with
like,
Haribos, bro.
there's hope that players.
Bro, come on, man.
What, there's
You
no way
gotta
saying
come
there's no
with
Haribos in Germany?
Yeah, Harry Kane was,
I hate this
he
guy,
liked
man.
Haribos too much. See,
I hate this guy.
come on,
I just
man.
dangled it just to see
Bro,
if he
you
might.
But let's talk about Liverpool though. Let's talk about Liverpool. That's a real.
Watching Liverpool in the flesh, yeah. What it made me realise is, a few weeks ago I said that what Slot has done really well in his time at Liverpool is he's been able to identify players and optimise them and get them better. Last week we spoke about the fullback thing, but I think it's the Anfield Rap. One of them did a really good video and if you put everyone's positions at Liverpool where they want to play, it's top heavy. It's top heavy, and there's not a lot of synergy between their players.
Can't lie, you're talking
who's
about
that? Liverpool?
Liverpool. When I was watching Verts at one point in here, I was like, bro wants to be a second striker, but they need a cam. Like, he's here, but they need someone to be here. You're seeing Salah go wide, but there's no one there. Like, watching them and actually like paying attention to it, it just feels like they're disjointed. But what I don't want people to do is, because they've lost 3 games, be like it's Slot out. This is the first bit of... It's the first...
Everybody is panicking.
It's the first blip they've had.
All Liverpool fans are panicking. Do you know this is the first time it's lost back-to-back games?
It's the first blip.
Yeah,
No,
panic.
no,
Panic.
First blip they've
no.
had.
Panic.
Act like some damn champions.
It's the first
Yeah?
blip.
Have some respect for yourselves. This is the first back-to-back loss they've had, I understand.
Back-to-back.
Galatasaray away is never fucking easy, bro. All of a sudden now, going to Stamford Bridge, because of the last couple of years, people think, oh, it's an easy... I'm like, bro, these actually aren't... Crystal Palace won it last second, and everyone's talking about Slot out. Yo, this guy's lost it. He doesn't know what he's doing this season.
Right, but
Do you know
Crystal
one
Palace
thing I
should have
realised?
battered them.
Yeah.
I agree. But here's the thing. Everyone's immediately turning on Slot. Despite him in his first season, everyone's talking about his tactical changes. He's delivered a title in his first year. Now it's like the first bump in the road. Everybody's turning their back on him. Why is it immediately it's on the manager? Do you know what I've clocked nowadays? Everybody falls in love with all their new signings.
Yep.
Everyone's got their favourites, whether they're Team Robbo, Team McAllister, Team Salah, and they never want to criticise their favourites. But no Liverpool fan can look at that squad and tell me anybody, bar maybe Grav, Sobbo, has played over a 5 or 6 out of 10 this season. Konate, excuse me? McAllister, excuse me? Any of the record signings that have come in, I think Ekatike has been the only signing that's come in that has looked level.
Say it again.
Ekatike has been the only one.
How many players did they sign? Is it 5 or 6?
5 or 6.
5 or 6. How much was spent?
Mamachvili, to be fair, had a decent debut. I can't lie. He pulled off a couple of saves.
No, but he was signed kind of before it came and whatnot.
Yeah.
But they signed 5 key main signings.
But for me, it's a case of
nobody's
looking at the players and saying they're not delivering the bare minimum. Is that the Salah you saw last year? Is that the Konate you saw last year? Is that the Isak you've been used to? Is that the Florian Wirtz you signed? Is that the McAllister we've been used to?
But like, that down to the manager to get them in. Of
course that's down.
Playing,
but when 11 players fall off the cliff, and here's the other thing. Last night, I think after the game, Virgil van Dijk spoke about the off the field, what's happened as much as on the field is going wrong. Why is everyone just choosing to overlook that? Because prior to the season starting, everyone was talking about how Jota's thing is going to affect them or whatever. And because they started the season so perfectly with the 5 out of 5, it was like, they're over that. And it's like, nah, brother, it's going to, at some point, it's going to hit them. And Virgil mentioned it last night, and I saw so many people on Twitter like, the excuses have begun already. And I'm like, you lot are insane. You lot are already turning your back on Klopp. You lot already, no one's calling out the players for not even dropping the bare minimum, bro. You're not seeing the bare minimum from any of these guys. But everyone's imploding after 1 week of bad results. Come on, man. Act like some champions, be.
What I want to say is, football's an interesting game. So we're talking about back-to-back losses. Champions League, 2 in the Premier League. The 2 in the Premier League are last-minute goals.
Yeah.
The games that they won were last-minute goals. So in terms of Liverpool's season, even when they were doing well, fine margins, because if those last-minute goals don't go in, you have a Russell Martin situation where you're drawing all of your games suddenly. Do you get what I'm coming from? So their season so far has been defined on fine margins, where we're used to Liverpool being more than that. A lot of that comes from Salah goals output and everyone else chipping in. I think that what Slot needs to do after this international break is he needs to get some of those guys bedded in quickly. Like someone has to land and be running. And it looked like Ekitike was going to do that. And Isak comes into the fold. I think he needs to land it quickly.
Isak has had no pre-season, bro. So he's literally finding his form.
And this is the thing.
McAllister was injured during pre-season. He's finding his form.
So what you're doing now is, I don't want to call it charity, but it's kind of like you're trying to like gas this thing up, but try and get everyone. And it's really and truly, okay, cool, but this is when it starts getting a bit disjointed. And listen, man, like we've all played football. We know that there's egos in football. We saw what happened in the celebration with Ekitike. Bro's probably thinking like, I deserve to be playing. Like, I've put up my dues. You already got Liverpool fans saying, "Hold on, is Ekitike better?"
You know what the thing is, though? You go on.
Just quickly, I was going to say, I think Lies dropped a great clip as well. I think on his Instagram where he was talking about their press as well and how different it is compared to other years. I think Gakpo off the ball, he's touched on, and I think that's something that gets overlooked a lot as well. Salah last season, do you remember he almost catered the system so he doesn't have to do the tracking back? That's where you lot actually took advantage yesterday. All your wingers yesterday, all of a sudden, Garnacho, everybody was eating because none of the wingers were tracking back and following their man, and Cucurella and all these men were bombing on. Then you take into account Isak having to get his fitness up. The press ain't the same. I saw a video midweek of him running out of breath halfway on the pitch, and I'm like, bro, that press is what Liverpool lived and breathed on. That's what they were. Gegenpress FC, 100 miles an hour. Even when it was the slot transition, it still followed through. It was like a muscle reflex.
But that's the thing, though. That's the thing, because last season, Slot picked his team up from Klopp, right? And one thing we gave him credit for is that he kind of rectified, maybe you'd say, Klopp's mistakes in a way, right?
Made it more efficient.
You know, Trent was doing the whole centre mid thing towards the end of Klopp. He put him back to right back. He profiled Gravenberch correctly. He stopped wasting Salah's energy, defended. So he rectified a few things that Klopp didn't do, right? But you know what managers have as well? You're talking about players' ego. Managers have egos. Managers want to say, I did this. I built this. So he brings in his own players, right? And this is the Slot team. This is what Slot's team looks like now. These are his 5 signings. Frimpong can't get starts. When he's playing right wing, looking like Nathan Dyer. You've got Kirkes. Each week I'm seeing Robbo play Kirkes, so you ain't getting the best. You're not feeling Kirkes. Florian Wirtz.
Is that not partly on Kirkes there?
But Florian Wirtz, you're trying to force him in on the left hand side. It's imbalancing the team. You're putting him in the 10. Then all of a sudden it's imbalancing the team. Szoboszlai is having to play right back just so guys can start. This is on Slot. That is on Slot. So it's away from. We've given you your credit. Everyone's giving you credit for last season. But at top teams, you got to keep going. Imagine if Pep just stopped after 1 year. No, it's about you got to keep going. And this is now, which we kept saying, He did what he needs to do. Now he's getting his money, and it's going to be the slot looking Liverpool. Yeah. And at the moment, it's not looking great because the reason now the Van Dijk thing you said, we can't really quantify it, like, because we can only give our sympathy, right? Mm-hmm. So, but we have to still talk about what we're seeing on the pitch. And all season, even in them 5 wins, people, we were saying, hey, Liverpool, okay, they're getting a bit lucky, but we were saying champion spirit, champion. They won all their games in the last 10 minutes. So it's the Liverpool fans are frustrated because they've seen it for the whole season. It's not actually just now, it's for the whole season. So it's not like 1 week of back. It's like, hold on, it's getting a bit worrying. Now, obviously they're turning now on like Verts and all that type of stuff. That's just gonna happen because everybody's gonna be like reactionary and stuff, right? Yeah. But at the end of the day, Slot made big signings and he's going to be judged on what they do and how Liverpool do from there. You look at all the hype about Michael Edwards and Richard Hughes and all these owners and stuff. Remember, the famous thing is, don't forget, Klopp wanted Brent, but Michael Edwards, the genius, got him Salah. Yeah, you're forgetting that Klopp is a generational manager and still had to make it work. Michael Edwards, bro, you spent 400 mil. Richard Hughes, let me see Slot turn that into, then I'll start saying you're the GOAT CEOs. But everybody was, even last season, a lot of people were kind of talking down on Klopp, like, oh, you're... Let's see, bro. Let's see. You know, he won the league, but let's see. That's what I'm saying.
I'm not even saying he's above criticism, but my thing is I feel like the first bump in the road you've had this season, and yeah, you could say maybe it's been coming. You're not even gonna like try and let him work it out. Guys are already calling for his head. And I'm just like, it's a bit too
overreactionary.
No, now saying calling for his head is overreactionary.
I feel like it's way over the top in terms, and no one's looking at the players individually. In my opinion.
No, I think there's something else. There's something else that's not being mentioned because you're mentioning the profiles he's brought in. You're mentioning how the system has changed and the press, right? You got to think about the players that left. Whether you think Darwin Núñez is a baller or a donkey, one thing that guy did was run through the ground. Diaz, the same thing as well. So when we're talking about...
They lost a lot of key... They lost a lot of squad fillers, which were key in this success.
And ultimately, like we say it all the time, like you live by your sword, you die by your sword. And that's why constantly, when I spoke about Slot, all I said is, he has to start optimizing the players like he did last season and get the best of them quickly, because that's what he did last season. Everyone was singing from the same hymn sheet quickly.
Do you know one thing he did wrong?
And let's not forget the loss of Trent. Everybody call him Judas. Conor Bradley, you ain't Trent.
Hey.
You ain't Trent. And you ain't never, it ain't going to be. I like Conor Bradley, but Trent is special.
The reason why I like Trent is special is because, we especially when it comes to Liverpool, it's ironic. We've had conversations on this platform for so long. We spoke about X Factor and players that make moments of magic happen. Whether you like him at right back or not, do you know what Trent can do at the random moment, 75th minute? The ball that drops right in front of your striker in front of goal. He can just do it like that. When you lose star quality in any position, it is going to hurt.
But the thing is, they lost star quality. That's what I'm saying. Yes, they lost star quality, but they were happy to let them people go. Well, obviously not Trent, but they were happy to let Luis Diaz go, Darwin Núñez, whatever, because they were signing big dogs. Isaac, they're like everyone, Verts, everyone's talking, thinking that it's over. They are gonna have to deliver, and Slot is gonna have to get the best out of them. And I already think, even though I rate Verts, I'm not on the boat where everyone else is, of the way everyone's just like acting like he's a dead baller. I like Verts, but Slot is going to have to find a way of making that work. 100%. And then if you brought in a Florian Verts, it does kind of make you think maybe they should have brought in a number 6 or something, because I feel like when Verts is in there, obviously he's an attacking player. Gravenberch, yes, he still feels like, for me, Gravenberch is like a filler. A filler for that position. For me, he still feels like an 8. And then you're looking at a McAllister,
off form,
Verts, Gravenberch midfield. It's not balanced. It's not balanced. So we'll see what happens in it. Obviously, they wanted Guéhi, Konate. One thing I will say about Konate, right, is I do think he's having a bad season, but often I do think sometimes it is a little bit overblown, because I look at Konate sometimes and he's taking on the best winger of the team. He's playing against the best striker. I see Konate, obviously I might exaggerate numbers, but I might see Konate make 9 tackles and he doesn't make them 2 and it's peak. But I see Van Dijk unchallenged all game. And then at the end of the game, I've seen Konate battle with the best left winger, the best striker, and then run his socks off ragged. Van Dijk is man of the match.
Yeah, don't do that, Can.
What?
Nah, you're
performance
sick.
from Van Dijk.
You're a sick
Hold on,
man.
It's the facts. It's the facts. It's the facts.
Let me
bro.
land. Let me let you
No,
land.
hold on,
I'll let you
it's the
land. I'll let you
facts.
land.
It's
I'll
the
let you
facts.
land.
Obviously,
I'll let you land.
Konate yesterday wasn't great, right? But it's the facts of what I'm saying. People know it as well. He should also
said Van Dijk steals his plaudits.
close down Caicedo. By the way, he needed to close down Caicedo. And secondly,
His thing, if he closed down Caicedo, do you not see Gusto right there?
Let me finish.
Through on goal.
Let me finish. Straight after they had conceded, there was a moment again. Pedro Neto had the ball. Yeah. Van Dijk just jockeyed the whole way. Neto just looking at him, gives him one step over, get the fuck out of here, puts the ball in the box. I'm like, engage! Engage! Konate, he engages. It doesn't matter, he fights for it.
What I'll say, I'll say this year, and without making it into like a moving like the white ball and stuff like that.
Kansas nasty.
The way that Liverpool play.
Man, everyone sees it, but they're scared to say. They're scared to say Van Dijk's name, bro.
That's how he
Everyone
goes,
sees
people.
it, bro.
They're scared to say it.
Everyone
They're scared to say it. You must agree with me, or you're scared. I know this guy.
We know how Van Dijk plays.
You're scared.
We know what the instruction is. We know what the aura thing is and whatnot. And in centre backs, it's a partnership, right? You go, I sweep. You engage, I do this. We know what Van Dijk's gonna do. I hear what Cam is saying, but I disagree. I think it's just an occupational hazard of the role that Konate has. I don't think Van Dijk's just there trying to sweep in the glory. I just think that Konate is not at the level that he usually is at. So when he's engaging, he's getting left on his ass. And more time, 9 times out of 10, Alisson's either making saves or Van Dijk is jockeying, then getting the ball back. Therefore, they're going to look like the hero. But guess what? That's why Van Dijk's in the team. Van Dijk's not there to engage. He's there to clean up the mess. It's a balance.
No, but I don't like that. This is what I'm saying. You're saying he's there to clean up the mess as if he's carrying Konate.
No, he's not carrying.
I'm saying last season, a lot of times Konate is the one that this high line works a lot because Konate is so good at challenging wingers. He's so good in the 1v1 situation. And then at the end of the game, I've watched the match, I've seen Konate do everything. And then at the end of the game, it's Van Dijk is man of the match. I'm just saying, it's not slander. It's just the truth. It's just the truth.
Because you're not taking into the context of what their roles are. Konate is all. That's how he plays.
Then give Konate his credit.
When Bradley is drifting up, who has to cover all the space?
So give him his credit.
The guy next to him. So it's Konate.
So
I give Konate his credit. But this season, he hasn't done that well. He hasn't done that well.
What you're speaking to, it's not just the issue with Konate. It happens with most centre backs that play that role. They just get overlooked.
Romero, Van de Ven.
I was about to say, how long?
Which one's who?
Romero's Konate, Van de Ven's the insurance. Oh, last man. I'll get that. Don't worry. Come on, man.
The example I was going to give is look how long over the last season it took us to finally go. Saliba's great, but Gabriel was doing so much.
He's the front foot aggressive one.
Because Gabriel's the one that's having to engage, and then when it's the recovery, Saliba's come in, brushing his hair and whatnot. It's just the nature of being
okay, listen, I know.
I agree.
The same way. Listen, let me say what I'm saying as well. Sometimes, you look at it, right, when you're watching the game, and a lot of the times, why are you laughing, bro?
I just
a lot of the times,
hilarious.
Man said Van Dijk staring with the man of the match award.
I'm just saying, a lot of the times.
But is that kind of thing?
Even when you look, we sometimes, when we say like, oh, why don't wingers swap positions and stuff like that?
Yeah.
Bro, sometimes I'm seeing, like, this season, there's been times, Konate, okay, he's having a rough time. Van Dijk, captain, why don't you say, I've got this for the next 10 minutes. Let me engage. Let this guy come and do this to me. Let this left winger battle me. Why not? No, why not though? Why are we not seeing? Why not?
Role.
What do you mean?
That's your role.
But why?
So now,
why
whenever your teammates are drowning, Ugarte, you can't defend. Bruno says, hey, let's swap. I've been defensive today. Listen to him.
Why do you say wingers? Why do you say? Sometimes when there's wingers and a winger's struggling, we say swaps.
I've never asked for that. Stay on your side. You know your role. Do your job. And if you don't do your job, we got replacements on the bench.
Is there? Who's the replacements? Gravenberch.
What do you mean?
Who's the replacement? Gravenberch.
Gravenberch,
yeah?
listen, that's about
Yeah.
Listen,
go back when you belong, mate. Go back when you belong.
I don't like when people are fickle.
Help your guy, bro.
When did I say Saliba does not engage? I hate when people are fickle. When did I say Saliba does not? I said I'm hating. I said Saliba doesn't engage. Who said that?
Man, you can't do.
I said that there's one that is the primary. That's they're gonna do. That's the primary job.
All I'm saying is just sometimes if you see your guy struggling, Go and help him. That's what I'm saying. Go and help him. You know what Roy Keane did?
Hey, go and
You know
help
what
your
Roy
boy.
Keane did? Let me tell you something.
When Virgil van Dijk has Caicedo running at him, Gusto's it.
Yeah.
Who's helping him?
Well, bro,
Since when is the centre back supposed to pick
Let
up
me
the
say
centre mid?
something. Let me say something. Caicedo.
That's two midfielders, by the
Caicedo
way.
got the ball, went to go and shoot, stopped because he realised, oh, I've got more time than I need,
And Gusto's
then
making that
shot
run.
again. Go to the immediate danger. The immediate danger. Caicedo was about to rust that
no,
ball.
no, no, no,
Close that
no.
down.
Listen.
We ain't trying to see this,
when you're weighing
Man's
up the
doing this.
calculations.
Man's doing this.
See, this is what they did.
This is
They're
what
calling
they're
him
doing.
ice slice now.
This is what they're doing.
This is what I hate.
Fuad, no, but Fuad, let's be real, yeah. In that one example, because before you were talking about the Konate and Van Dijk thing. In that one example, I've seen Van Dijk. We saw it with the Bruno shot. Van Dijk likes to do this whole The Rock thing. Like,
course.
Bro, your hair is not going to make them stop
I
scoring.
feel like it's been overblown.
No,
because
no,
I'm
no,
like,
no, no,
bro,
no.
the Gusto pass is literally 2 yards. Gusto's through on goal. And all of a sudden now, Caicedo 30 yards out. That's meant to be a threat.
Somebody's got to close though. Someone's got to close at that point. The danger is the shot, and he ended up scoring.
I would calculate that and say, Caicedo 30 yards, I'm not really worried. Let me make sure the man who's running on through into goal,
Do you know what?
let me cover that.
But do you know what? No, wait.
people
No, do you know what I'm
wanna
wrong?
say ice,
Let
ice.
me tell you what I'm wrong.
I'd rather
Wait,
Gusto
but
front of
remove-
goal than
Thank you.
Caicedo from
If
20
you watch
yards,
tape,
bro.
if
The
you
long
watch tape,
shot, bro.
you would know that Gusto in that position is gonna chop backwards, and Caicedo can score. So what you telling me? What the captain's not watching tape now?
What do you mean? What?
Van Dijk in
You're
that
saying,
position.
Caicedo
Sees Caicedo and sees
Gusto.
Gusto.
Then
Yes!
Gusto threw in on goal.
Yes.
1v1.
You have to,
Come
if
on.
the guy is about to shoot, you have to.
You
close
have
it
to
down.
go.
You have to
You have
close
to
down
go.
the immediate danger.
I think you weigh up who it is.
Exactly. So Gusto, there's no threat.
Caicedo, I ain't seen you.
Gusto's
hit them
not.
type of bangers. God.
Bro, Gusto, I
Have
ain't
one.
seen. Bro,
Have
Gusto.
one. If it was Rodri,
What do you mean you haven't seen him
Rodri-
show them type of
Fred,
bangers? I've seen
now you're gassing up.
Caicedo hit them.
Fred, now you're gassing
couple,
up.
one or two.
When did
Come on, man.
Gusto last score?
One Yama, one
When
here
did
and there.
Gusto last score? When did Gusto last score?
I don't
said
know.
one
He
Yama,
hasn't
one.
scored.
Everybody running through in on goal 1v1, you got to keep an eye
Van
on.
Dijk's not watching tape, man.
But then
Van Dijk's not watching tape.
Caicedo was lining that shit up.
Yeah.
Bro. He wasn't passing.
And then he
bro.
skipped and
You've
said,
got to
"Oh, I've
close
got more
that.
time."
Can't lie, that-
Don't defend your boy.
When I see the
Lining
slow
that up.
replay,
Yeah.
bro, Caicedo didn't look
He
up.
was lining that up, bro.
Listen, let me go through these super chats.
Oh.
London Nomad says Caicedo's class in terms of defense, but Rice is absolutely an all-rounder in attack and defense, especially this season if he's passing this season. This is the same guy that they were saying that he passes 2-yard passes. So which one is it? Is he?
Who's that?
I rate Declan Rice's passing, but all of the fans were saying that he's too safe with his passing. So which one is? What story am I getting?
I think Rice and Caicedo is a close one.
It's a-
But
it's-
I go with Rice.
I'll go with Caicedo.
I go with Declan
I-
Rice.
Aaliyah
Caicedo,
A
yeah.
says slot out now, flawed system, his fault, not players. I think that's a bit harsh. Daniel Carpenter says, big up lads and Maiwa. It was a pleasure meeting you and Anita last night at the game. I see you repping the t-shirt.
Slot out,
Love
you
the
know.
lads, up the content, up the Charles. So these man they were from Australia. They fucked with the pod.
Hey.
We got fans in Australia. This guy
Other
took
side
the
of the
t-shirt
world. Big up,
off his
man.
back and said, I need you to have it.
Who's on the shirt?
So we
Can't
got
see
we
that
got
on my side.
real men here.
We said proper Chelsea.
Didier,
Didier?
we got John.
Ah, yeah, check.
got-
And Terry.
This is real men.
What's his name? Football?
Football folklore.
There's some four serious players there, boy.
serious. real men.
That's a
That's
real
serious.
spine right
That's
Proper Chelsea.
serious
spine.
So big up Daniel
That's a
Carpenter, big up
serious
Football
spine
Folklore. Aaron Polke says rank these three midfielders: Rodri, Rice, Caicedo.
I mean, that would be my
You know
order.
what you're doing there. You know what you're doing there.
That-
You're
I
taking
mean-
advantage of this Rodri.
Yeah,
giving
that's the
forth,
thing, this
And everyone's
Rodri-
trying to get their licks in on Rodri.
Yeah.
Yo, just enjoy your purple patches, man. Or enjoy your current form.
Because he's been injured, so we'll see.
It's hard.
I'll just keep it. That would be my
That's
order.
what he said.
But it's all close. That'll be my order. You got Caicedo, Rodri, Rice
No,
Yeah.
no, Rodri.
last.
No, Rodri.
Yeah.
So you're not talking about this moment. You're talking about just in general, right?
Well, yeah. I mean, I guess so.
Because we're talking about this moment, he can't be in the shortlist. It's
Okay.
two men. But if it's if it's this moment, Rodri, Caicedo,
See,
Rice.
and this is the semantics everyone's trying to play just to get their guy at the front of the queue. Come on, man.
No, I put him
Next
second. I
super
put him
chat, man.
second. I put him second, man. What? This guy's gonna come? Oh, Pepe Sarr, he's got. Get over here, man.
Yo, leave Pepe Sarr alone. What's he done there?
James says, can we talk about the true story of the weekend? Merseyside is blue F the RS. So Palace beat Liverpool, Everton beat Palace. Therefore, the
do
transcendent
your
party
prop, man.
we're winning the lot up the fucking top.
Why are you shook? Why is he shook? We're not going to talk about. We're going to get into that. Wait, look, you're scared. Why are you scared of Jack Grealish
Don't touch
discourse,
me,
bro?
man.
Why are you scared of
Don't
Jack
touch
Grealish discourse, bro? You know what I'm saying?
James also
Talk about
says.
mid-table clubs, man.
James also says, I didn't know Van Disney could throw it back like that. Damn, there definitely should be a pause there somewhere.
That's crazy, bro.
Taylor says Van Dijk defensive
What is wrong
contributions
with
per
you, like
90, 11.2. Konate 8.6.
Is it what?
Defensive contributions per 90. Van Dijk 11.2. Konate 8.6.
I don't get what's that.
So
Basically, the
Van
amount of
Dijk has more
actions
defensive
in the game,
contributions.
duels, headers,
than-
tackles. You know what I mean?
Oh,
And when they
brother.
totalize
Oh,
him,
brother.
they say Van Dijk has more than Konate.
Oh,
apparently.
brother.
Hey,
Oh,
the numbers
brother.
Women lie, men lie, numbers don't.
Numbers lie, bro. Numbers lie.
They don't lie, they deceive. They don't lie.
Yeah, that's good. Yeah,
what
they
did
deceive.
Savage John say? They like bikinis.
Yeah, there we go.
What they show
Yeah,
you is interesting.
There
What
we
they don't
go.
show you is even more interesting.
facts. Facts.
Jalid
I can't
says
lie, that needs to
yeah,
become like a
that's,
little.
that's a
the
Hall of Fame. If Hove said that, we'll be backflipping.
Bro, Socrates in 2,000 years, watch.
Jalid says Lemmens in net, we made it out the hood.
Well, I
Who?
choose you, Lemon.
Lemmens, what's his name?
Get through once.
Let's see, man. That was good. That was a good debut, but let's
Josh
see. The
Miller-
bar's low for us.
Josh
as
Miller
goalkeepers,
says
trust me.
culture. I'm not too sure on Zubamendi cams.
Yeah, I ain't. What changed? His game against West Ham at home.
Before we move
I think
on,
he's a good player. I think he's a good player, but I just said I think he's like very Jorginho-esque. I just don't. I'm not really like mad high on him. I just think he's a good player.
Fairs.
Nothing special. Like, you know, what do you think of Zubimendi?
I think steady Eddie. He's a good
I
player.
think he's a good player. What am I meant to say? Best in the league or something?
I think when he was coming in, the noise that was being made,
Yeah.
I expected more. But then as well, new team, new league.
He's calm.
I'll
He's
give
a calm
him like
player.
6-8 months so I could really gauge him.
I think he's been good for Arsenal. I think he's
He's been alright.
I think he's got more. I think him being there has got more out of Declan Rice.
Yes.
I think he's been very complimentary.
I
and
wouldn't
I think
say
that's a
got
great.
more. I think it's done the unleash the shackles.
No,
So
but
now
I think
he
he's,
doesn't
that's why
have to-
we
Arteta's
have
got them more of
complementary
like a pivot. He's kind of pivoted. I think Declan Rice has been doing two-man's roles personally, but it is what it is. I think
I hear
Zubamendi's
you.
been calm. I'm confused. Is he inside?
I think he's done. If you speak to a lot of Arsenal fans as well, they'll say that he's enabled like the front quartet to be a bit more, and then Declan can be a bit more like what do you call it, combustive and going forward. Be more.
But has he been playing the six like that though?
No, they've like you said, they've been double pivoting. They've been mixing up in it. So but yeah,
He's calm. He's a calm player.
I think it's been very complimentary to their team.
Yeah.
Before we move on, I don't
alright.
want to open the hatchet too early. I don't want to open the case, but it is intriguing the form of Mohamed Salah. That's what I would say here.
Boy,
After international break, I will assess how the performance goes at Old Trafford.
It's like, you know, the FBI when they're watching the screens and they're like, yo,
Boy.
Yeah.
we're gonna get him. We're gonna get him.
I was gonna say something, but
But
it's
we
gonna-
gotta wait for the right time.
I was gonna
we
say-
gotta get enough evidence.
I was gonna say something that was gonna be outlandish,
Yeah.
but with recent cases, you know how
Everyone
they
is
took
so
they-
scared.
in that case,
Yeah.
I'm waiting for him to get. You know, it's always when they get the keys to the city. I'm waiting for the mayor to give him the keys to the city,
Yeah.
like Lil Durk. You know what I mean? Then we swoop.
Oh my
Yeah,
god,
yeah,
what
yeah,
happened
that's
to
when we
Momo?
You know, with the recent case,
And
they
just
said that
watching.
they could only go based on the things that he was found guilty of. Right now, I can't bring other things into this case. However, I'll be watching very closely on Mohamed Salah.
Listen, he's got Man United next, so that's always his boost. Yeah.
Hey, what did Vince Carter?
We'll see.
What did Vince Carter say? Can we make it? Can I make it 4?
True.
Can we make it 4?
Listen.
Can we make it 4 losses, Man United?
I mean, well,
Can we make it
a
4?
win at Anfield for Man United?
Can we make it 4, Man United?
I don't have faith in that. We ain't got one back-to-back game, so that means it's a loss next game. You know what I mean? So I don't know about that.
Order
Right.
will be restored.
Listen, there's over 4,000 of you in here. Smash the like button, man. Smash the like button. Big up the, help
Right,
the
so
man
at
them
the
out.
moment.
Where should we go next? Arsenal. Top
Yeah,
of the
I mean,
table.
the top of the league. Top of the league. Listen. Like I always say, if it's not, I usually want Chelsea to win the league because it's Liverpool and it's Liverpool and Arsenal.
You're a low-key
and Man
Chelsea
City.
fan as well.
Nah.
You
But
are.
I
Your
want
brother
Chelsea to win the
Chelsea
league.
is.
But if it's not Chelsea, I want Arsenal to win the league. So I'm rooting for Arsenal now. You know what I mean? Because Chelsea ain't gonna win it. Probably. So I'm rooting for Arsenal. I really need Arsenal to win this league, bro. I need Liverpool punished for that spending and not win it. I need that. We need a story out of
Things
that.
that stand out for me, Declan Rice scoring against West Ham is always something that gets made up about. But I think at the Emirates, I know it's one of them niche stats, but he has the most goal contributions apart from Saka in recent times.
Who's Declan Rice?
Declan Rice, yeah. I think in terms of...
If Caicedo did that, what would they be saying?
Best midfielder in the world.
Anyway,
Best
we
in the
move.
league.
We moving it. No comment, man.
You know, I rate Declan Rice.
No comment,
I just
bruh.
rate Caicedo more.
No comment,
I
bruh.
rate Caicedo
No
more.
comment, bruh.
Declan Rice in terms of a few years ago, remember when it was like he was the centre back and then the conversation was, can he play in the middle?
Yeah.
We spoke about Haaland progressing into a better player as time goes on. If you think about where, for me personally, where Declan Rice has started his career from, playing centre back at West Ham, to being the player he is today, I think that deserves a lot of plaudits. The player he's developed in, it's evolution. It's being trusted. It's the fact that, you know, he's not just a shin kicker. He's progressive. Like, bro, think about it.
I hate this term that has come back into football.
Shin kicker.
Every DM now is just labelled a shin kicker.
No, because
you can play a 90-yard pass or whatever.
Line-breaking pass.
There's a lot of men that are just enforcers.
Nah, good. That's your job.
But if you can enforce and do more than that,
Cool.
that's what I'm saying. Let's
bonus.
thank you. So can we give it up for the bonus?
Enforcers.
It's not disrespect.
I just don't like this term shin kicker.
Okay, enforcer. The muscle. It's because you was a shit kicker.
We need to protect. It's a dying breed.
Fred is win the tackle, pass it to your the man
That's
next to you.
it. Keep it simple. Know your limitations in the game.
But people don't like that these days.
Yeah, I mean, all of a sudden when man start trying sexy passes and it goes into Rose head, this dickhead giving the ball away. Cool. But you didn't want me to be an enforcer.
Yeah, it's true.
It's true.
Enforcers ain't rated no more. Yeah, I mean,
I'm saying, man.
Got
Listen,
it,
man.
man. Got it.
nah, but he's not an enforcer. He doesn't enforce. What's wrong with this guy, bro?
Get that dude out of here,
He doesn't enforce.
He don't enforce
He
nothing,
don't
bro.
enforce. He don't enforce.
Right, let's have a bit of fun. Who are the best shin kickers of all time? Best shin kickers of all time.
I don't know, to be fair.
a good
Gattuso
one.
probably, innit?
No,
Gattuso's up
Gattuso
there.
could kick ball.
I think
Gattuso could
He was
kick
okay.
ball.
He was okay.
We spoke about this last week.
Arturo
Gattuso
Vidal
could kick
is
ball.
up there.
Who?
Arturo
No,
Vidal.
Vidal was good though. He was a baller though.
Vidal was a baller, but he was a serial
Shin kicker, yeah.
Bro, the amount
I mean,
of bookings-
Caicedo's a shin kicker though. Let's have it right though. He literally kicks shins, bro. He kicks
Valid, bro.
shins,
I can't
bro.
lie.
No, bro, he kicks shins, bro.
Is
Like,
Fernandinho kick
Hey,
kicker?
Palhinha.
nah, he was a tactical
Palhinha's
fouler.
up there.
Yeah, he's a Palhinha's up there. Yeah.
He is like
No,
a
but
pure
Fernandinho
shin kicker.
he kicked chins, but he didn't get booked for it.
Yeah, no, but he was a tactical fouler, but like, I don't know. There's shin kicking. It's Caicedo.
Someone said Vieira.
Gary Medel.
Vieira was no, but he was quality as well. Medel,
Gary Medel.
Oh, Joe Linton. There we go.
Lee Catamose,
Nigel de
you know what I
Jong.
mean? Nigel.
Yeah.
Now we're getting into territory.
Yeah.
Nigel de Jong is
Nah,
up
De Jong
there.
was a serious.
That is the label. That's the face of the
He was a
brand.
chest kicker. What do you
Yeah,
mean?
yeah.
He took it too far.
Van Bommel was a shin kicker as well.
Yo, master.
Van Bommel.
World Cup 2010.
Bro,
the double pivot of Van Bommel and De Jong.
Hey,
Demonic football.
I've got
Thiago
one
Motta
here.
was quality, but he used to shin kick too. He was quiet with it as well. Anyway,
yeah.
bro.
Hey, listen.
Arsenal.
Someone said Nangolan and Casemiro.
Nah, Nainggolan looks like a shin kicker, but he actually wasn't. He was actually a
Alright,
techie
cool.
baller.
He's alright. I was never really a big fan of Nangolan, but that was a
2016 Roma.
FIFA hype,
We
man.
will never forget 2016 at
2016
Roma.
Roma.
Hey,
Felipe Melo.
the tapes.
Yeah.
Real one. I loved him as well. I can't lie.
Obviously, the thing is though, back to obviously Arsenal. I think, yeah, so you look at the Liverpool's fixtures that are coming up,
Yeah.
and you look at Arsenal's fixtures that are coming up as well. And a lot of time it's like, okay, some people are going to say these are the games that Arsenal drop points, but I actually think by December, Arsenal are going to be probably a few points clear, you know, at the top of the table. When you look at, I think Man City are going to be chucking along as well, but I think Arsenal are going to be a few points clear. I mean, they are the most complete team. You know what I mean? Whether you think they're the most talented team, some will probably say Liverpool in terms of the high-end quality, maybe that you would say with like Salah, Isaac and stuff. But they're the most complete team. And we always talk about their defense and stuff like that. Like it's hard to see Arsenal losing many
Did you
games.
see that comparison between their bench last year when they played West Ham and this year?
No, I didn't see. Was it a massive improvement?
Insane.
That's the thing. Look at
I
that.
think
Like
the only players left were like Lewis Skelly and one other player.
Probably Ethan.
Everyone else was like a significant upgrade.
And do you remember, last season, because I feel like everyone seems to forget, but Odegaard was injured at a point of last season, and everybody said our fluidity is gone. We've got no fluidity. Odegaard came back against Newcastle, maybe it was, had a good game, and everyone said, yeah, this is what we missed. And then he ended the season pretty poorly, and he became the most hated player at Arsenal, right? Now you look at him going down injuries, 3 injuries in a row or whatever it was, 3 competitive start. But it's like, we're fine. We're good. You know what I mean? We've got Eze, we've got replacements now. Zubimendi came on, played well. In fact, Arsenal played better when Zubimendi came on. So you look at Arsenal, they're the most complete team in the league, man. And that's just the reality. And I think, look, you're looking at what happens with Liverpool. We'll see. You're not going to write Liverpool off. They're still going to be there. But I've got Arsenal as favourites now, man. I look at Arsenal and I think, you look like a champion team.
Well, I would say,
I think for me, I'm looking at how Liverpool react in this next month.
Who do you see beating Arsenal like comprehensively, like just a win?
You said this about Liverpool.
No,
when?
I know.
Weeks ago.
Yeah, because they kept doing that little champions. I'm talking about, but we knew in their games, their games were frosty. So I was saying, who's going to stop them from doing that? Who's going to stop that defense from? They don't concede.
I don't know.
They don't concede goals.
I hear it. But the thing is
0 XG. West Ham completed 0 XG in a full 90-minute match.
To be fair, they always slap West Ham.
No, they don't. No, at the Emirates, it's not an easy game.
At Emirates, yeah, but I remember them going to the ground and absolutely.
But 0.
I will say this, not to throw you guys in there. I feel like
throw Spurs into the title race.
No, not title race. Okay, I won't say it. I'll say this then. With Arsenal, you're right. Defensively, they're very solid, and they look like they can get goals. The point you make about Eze coming in is really true because they've got the fluidity. I think that this season, something that Arteta might have to do that he didn't do, or we said that he needs to do earlier last season, was trust the young players. I think at some point in the season, you're going to have to trust Ethan, because if Odegaard needs time to get fit and Eze's playing a lot, then surely you've got another piece of depth.
But he's got Moreno, he's got Zubimendi.
Yeah, but I mean, talking about attacking outlets, like someone that can actually do something. You've got players that can come in and do that. I think that's important. I think what's also important as well is how he manages the health of these players coming back. Saka's still trying to get back to it. Odegaard, it's where to come off 3 times in the space of 45 minutes.
It's a long season.
Exactly, so that's why it's like, we say load management is a key thing, and I think ultimately it might come down to, from Arsenal side, how fit can they keep their key players, and Liverpool side, how long it takes them to integrate their best players.
And I think that's what it's come down to. Both teams for those kind of injuries or whatever. It's just a case of Arsenal's players, I feel like, have maybe simulated a little bit more and a little bit easier, whereas Liverpool have made such huge changes. That's why I'm like, yo, this is actually their first bump in the road. Now we're going to see how how Slot reacts, how this team reacts, which players are actually going to step up over the next 2-3 months. I'm watching all these things, but I don't know if I'm
much about now.
Right now,
it's not
ready
much
to already change that. I had Liverpool as a favourites for a reason, and I'm still trusting that Isak is going to come good. Wirtz is going to wake up at some point. Salah's going to hit form. The defence is going to lock in. Like, I still think these things are possible. We'll see.
Yeah, I get what you're saying, right? Obviously, if you want to stick with that, I'm saying
the gap is what, 1 point?
No, it's not a big gap. But I'm looking at the way Arsenal are defending. I'm looking at the way they can. We were talking about us on a panel here. We did our who could be in the Young Player of the Year lists, and Miles Lewis-Skelly was in there. He's on the bench, just chilling now. Ethan Waineri came like a breakthrough from nowhere.
Yeah.
Sitting on the bench. I don't even know if he was in the squad. I can't remember. Sitting on the bench. Odegaard can come out. They got players that are going to come in. Moreno comes off the bench against Newcastle, scores a beautiful header. Lovely. Martinelli, is it 2 weeks in a row, comes off the bench, scores winners. That is perfect. That is what you need. Your squad is now contributing all factors. Saliba, you're injured. Mascara is going to come in, hold it down for a bit. Oh, but then Mascara, you're struggling a little bit. Saliba, come back in and just shore things up. Like, you're still the A side. It's not Mascara. That's what you need. So far, Arsenal have shown the squad utilization. Saka wasn't there. Noni Madueke, he got man of the match in one of the games.
He's injured now.
He's injured now, but this is what I mean. So far, Arsenal have used their whole array of the squad.
Gyökeres still hasn't even hit peak form.
And listen, Arsenal fans know it. Gyökeres, you're going to drag him along with you this season, right? And you just got to hope. But let's be honest, though. Like, Gyökeres you're going to drag him along. Let's just hope, for his sake, he can get like 15 Premier League goals. Well, that was like what Havertz got. I haven't even mentioned Havertz. I haven't mentioned Gabriel Jesus. Arsenal have a squad ready, bro, and they're showing so far that they can plug and play, and we'll see what happens going through. Like, again, but it's a long season, of course.
Let's take it full circle, but that's why I mentioned the young, because you mentioned how Miles came in last season and whatnot, and that's why I think it's important for those guys, because obviously we're seeing them here and there, but none getting injured.
Did you see the squad that Arsenal played in the Carabao?
Yeah.
I said strong squad, and one of my boys was like, "Nah, they just got depth."
Yeah.
I was like, "That's true. Bare man are missing, you know."
Yeah. So
bare man are missing.
But this is what I'm saying, because being able to swap players out is key. But none got injured. They didn't expect that. Saka's not fully fit. If you get another one, you're gonna have to keep rotating. So it's like, make sure these guys are in amongst it and ready to play. Like, it's a luxury to have the depth that all firing, but I think it's that consistency of having it constantly, because they've got rhythm. And like
I think if Arsenal was if Chelsea, if another team, if City were doing exactly what Arsenal did, or Chelsea,
they'll get a lot more praise. They'll get a lot more praise.
I do think it's not even about praise. It's not about praise. I think that element of doubt is because it's Arsenal Football Club.
Yeah.
And it's like, you just don't want to believe it until you see it. That's what I think it is. But I'm just like looking at what I'm seeing. I'm just looking at what I'm seeing. I'm thinking,
but this is what they wanted. This is what they wanted when they brought the strength and depth to see players rotated, come in and out, and fully utilize it. That's been one of the biggest criticism over the last 2-3 years of Arteta uses the same guys, rubs them down to the bare bones, and then they get injured at the crucial point.
I think now 3 injuries that I'll be like, oh, is Rice. I'll be like, okay, it'll be interesting to see them without Rice. Gabriel, you know what I mean? We saw last season, maybe if he was at some games, they could have got better results. And Raya, you know what I mean? Even Saka, he's their best player, but we've seen with him out, some guy, Noni can maybe fill in a little bit, not to the extent of a whole season, but it's a bit more. Max is there, Ethan's there, but I'm looking at Rice, Gabriel, I'm looking at Raya, and I'm thinking, okay, those could be major injuries if it happened, but I don't know.
With where both teams are,
One of them's happened pretty much every season so far.
Well, Gabriel,
whether it's like a Saliba or a Saka at key points.
But so I feel like they're more equipped for it this year.
I agree.
He's just been cappy. I ain't even seen him. I bet he's just in the chamber waiting to be unleashed, bro. Gabriel, one little injury, he's about to come and drop one MOM in a mad game. You know what I mean?
Very good.
So so this is what I'm saying. Like,
what I would say about Arsenal as well is, I think you've summed it up well, their ability to be equipped and ready for, and I think you have to respect the recruitment there. Like, a lot was made of Liverpool's recruitment this summer, but
that I will say,
Arsenal's recruitment has been accumulative, and now when you look at it, you kind of go, that makes sense.
Yeah.
Obviously, people are still going to say, you spent that much, you need to win.
Yeah.
But to create a squad like that, that's squad building. You have to kind of give that credit.
But they needed to win in this period.
No, they still need to win, but they still need to win. But if we're saying that their squad has depth and has everything they need, and they're in a place where if people get injured, people come in, you have to give appreciation to the squad that they've built, because we've seen it loads of times where teams don't manage to build a squad. They buy loads of players and there's bare duds. You can see that everyone in the Arsenal change room is highly useful and highly functioning from what we're seeing this season.
I think there's a search. I think there's a search for perfection. You know what I mean? And I saw on AFTV, or I don't know who the guy was, and he was saying like, I'm still not happy with how we're playing. I'm still not happy with the result, or like we need to score more goals. I'm like, look at the goal difference in the Premier League right now. Arsenal are flying. Do you know what I mean? In terms, I know it's the defense have only conceded 3 goals or whatever it is, but I'm like, I think it's the Klopp, obviously, with what they did. And obviously, Pep Guardiola raised everyone's image of what perfection looks like. We're not getting another one of that, bro.
The 90s, we're not
getting another one of that. Do you know what I mean? Like, it's not even the 90s. Like, you used to watch City at their best, and it's just a perfect game. You know what I mean? Clean sheet, 5 goals. Man, everyone, it's lovely, but you're not gonna get that. I think everyone. Maybe it's more magnified because it's Arsenal and because Arsenal haven't won. But I think you're looking at Arsenal, you're saying, where can we nitpick their errors in this? But it's like, you won comfortable at home against West Ham. See you later, clean sheet again. Move on. Like, you know where I'm coming from? Like, you're top of the table now. I don't know. I think it's a bit too magnifying glasses. Like,
maybe sometimes some plays fair. Before we move on, I wanted to say big shout out to Bukayo Saka, 200th appearance.
No, big shout out for not giving the penalty to Gyökeres. No, big shout.
I like that, bro.
Are people sick? I was seeing people complaining, bro. Now,
do you remember when they were clowning Havertz for getting charity penalties?
Yeah.
But now they want Gyökeres to get those same charity penalties.
But it's not even that. Havertz had 0 goals, bro. Gyökeres, you scored 3 goals, bro. So that's one thing. Why you need charity, bro? Work harder, brother. You know what I mean? Do you know what I hate? Listen, if you're not part of it, cool. But there was a minority. We're gonna say we all saw it online.
Yep.
Of fans saying that Saka's bad mind for that.
No, man.
No, wait, hold on. This is my team.
I'm the face of the franchise.
Bro, yo,
it's my franchise.
I didn't see Lampard giving no pens to Shevchenko, bro.
Drogba.
I didn't see even on the final day when Drogba wants a golden boot. Lampard said, "I'm taking. It's important. It's only 1-0. I'm gonna score." This is Saka's team. Gyökeres has just come in. You've got your 3 goals, bro. It's Saka's team. He's the penalty taker. Take the pen, bro. Are you crazy? You see, at the end of the game, he said Henry text him pre-game. Saying pre-game. No, I'm saying Henry text him pre-game. Saying you guys remember your last few results or whatever.
You lost the last 2 games against West Ham.
Henry's in my mind, and I'm giving pens to Gyökeres.
No, but also
I'm bagging. I'm bagging.
Also,
you're wearing 14 as well.
Give me that out here,
also, he became only the second Arsenal player to score on their
200 game,
same like Henry. But for me, it's like, I think what it boils down to is it's mentality. This is business. This is real men shit. We don't have time for all of this boosting ego. No,
bro.
We got shit to get to because that's how people will be laughing and whatnot. No, we are here for business. I'm taking the pen. If you want a pen, do something about and I like that. That's what I like about.
Bro, go get yours, bro.
The reason why I want to
go get yours. Go and get yours.
Go get someone in the near post.
Yeah, bro.
Crossing.
Work in the paint.
Bro, I'm gonna shoot. Go and get that rebound, bro. Go and get the rebound.
The reason why I want to pick up Saka as well is because, I feel like Haaland is always spoken about as a proposition, but when you break it down, he is the poster child for that, right? Because when I think about Arsenal legends, obviously Henry's spoken about, Wright spoken about, Saka's spoken about someone that's going to be in that future, but Ashley Cole was Haaland kinda.
Yeah, he's Haaland, but he's the Arsenal Academy,
Jack Wilshere, obviously, the injuries and everything, but if you look at what Bukayo Saka's done in terms of coming through, starting in a different position, establishing yourself, being a franchise, that feels like the purest Haaland that there is, and I think that deserves credit because Cobham we speak about all the time. Carrington, loads of examples. Haaland, he's literally the franchise, through and through. And people always talk about him and all this type of stuff. I think he deserves respect for that, man. It's not easy to be the franchise player of a team, especially when you come from the ground like that. That's some big shit, man. I think it isn't missed.
Definitely. I mean, Ashley Cole, obviously, he left in bad terms.
Yeah.
But obviously, he went on and he was invincible. You know what I mean? And he was double.
Was Tony Adams one of the...
Yeah, Tony Adams. Yeah.
He's a skipper. So,
it's one of those ones.
That's cultural cash in, man. You gotta respect that, man. How many players come through academy and then they get shifted, or they have a little spell.
Look at the way you're talking about, man. But they're saying give pen to Gyökeres. They're telling give pen. This is your Haaland graduate. This is he's living all your dreams, and you guys are saying give pen to Gyökeres at 1-0. At 1-0, not even 2-0. It was 2-0. Maybe, you know what I mean? Even the 2-0 is a dangerous scoreline. 3-0. 1-0. Nah, business is business, bro. Business is business.
But yeah, let me go through these super chats quickly. Brian says, that's not Isak out there, it's Fuad.
I should have never shaved my beard, I swear. I should have never done it.
AFC Matt says, as an Arsenal fan, what I'm impressed about is only free GA when you look at who we've played already and away rounds we've already gone to.
True. Away to United.
Yeah.
Away to Liverpool. Home to City.
Oh,
home to City.
Yeah. So, man.
When you guys...
23rd of November!
You got it locked in.
You got bazookas?
At the Emirates!
Have you got bazookas?
It's a big week for you guys, because I'm thinking about going to the PSG game. 26th of November.
Oh.
So you guys got Arsenal and PSG.
Thomas Frank.
What can you do for me, brother?
Where's Colin Mooney, bruh?
Huh?
Where's Colin Mooney? Dead leg.
We're back this week.
How can you have a dead leg for that long? What did he do?
Speak on Randall nicely.
Who done him?
AFC Matt also says, people talk about Isak not having a preseason, nor did Gyökeres, but no one speaks on that and having to adjust to a different league.
We say people talk about Isak not having
Said
a
that
preseason.
Gyökeres didn't have a preseason either.
I feel like he's had more games to like get into things now, though. Don't you think?
Yeah.
I guess it's coming back from the injury as well.
Hey, well, you guys stop going on strike. Simple as. So you got your moves. Well, you got your moves, and now I feel sorry for you. You striked to get your moves, but now I feel sorry for your performances. No, brother, perform.
James says M is.
You chose your bro.
James says M is waffling mad bollocks as host today. He finna dodge the big 74 on his rap sheet. Yeah, you won, but
What's
this
the big
time
74?
it ain't gonna be minus 10 points to Everton.
What does he mean?
I don't know.
What's the big 74 on your rap sheet?
Chelsea charges. I don't know. But the Chelsea
74 charges. Oh,
Yeah,
Chelsea got
Chelsea
charges. Yeah.
Yeah, Chelsea charges. You got charges. Hey, listen.
Hey! All the 115 jokes. Hey!
Yeah, but you know,
I'm
Chelsea
glad. I'm so
Chelsea
glad.
and City are responsible for tearing down the game of football,
Thank
bro.
you very
You know how I
much.
get so.
From a United fan.
You lot.
From a United
no.
fan.
They were corrupt. There was a degree of corruption.
No,
I will
hold on.
admit.
What did we do?
No. The added times and all of that.
What?
Don't worry. It's cool. That's like
What, when
legitimate
I'm seeing
corruption.
Liverpool getting
What
11
you lot
minutes?
done?
Yeah,
What
you-
you lot done?
did we
You
do?
lot just ruined the sport
did we
as a
do?
whole.
Yeah,
What did we
Abramovich is
The
a crook.
ownership, the
What did
money
we do?
flow.
Abramovich is a criminal. Abramovich, free up them peas,
man.
bro. You still you owe the UK government, bro.
man.
Free up
Hey,
them
man.
peas. You think we ain't got
Hey,
it?
man.
Bro, listen. Let me
Free
call that
Marina
star,
as well,
man.
man.
Big Kev Starmer,
Free Marina, yeah, bro.
Rishi
Free up the
Sunak
peas,
looking
bro.
at
What's her name? Marina Gostos.
Yeah, bro.
What?
Free up the peas, bro. That pea can be used to build youth centres. Yeah, we need more youth centres, mates, right? When the verse is gonna write about more youth centres, bro. Guys, mates, we need more youth centres, bro. Right about
What
that,
was the last youth club built in Chelsea?
bro.
Tell
I
Sir
don't
Jim
know.
to run that,
Right
man.
about that, maze, bro.
Tell Sir Jim to
Right
free the
about
peas.
the more youth centres we need from Abramovich's money, bro. We need more youth centres.
Oh, I fucking love this.
Open it
AFC
up.
says pull up with your best bazooka, Fuad.
You don't want to see that, bro.
Where is it?
Pack that
Where is
thing
it?
too.
Where is it? You look.
Don't tug at your trousers while saying that. What's wrong with this guy, bro? It's a family show, bro.
It says who? Nah.
Alright, cool.
It's at the Emirates.
Do you have any other business?
Could be sneaky.
United, clean sheet,
Hey,
2 goals scored, competent goalkeeper.
Sesko. He's here. I can't lie, Sesko. Very impressive performance.
Benjamin.
Very impressive performance, brother. I know you liked what you saw out there.
I liked what I saw. The
movement, the
I liked what I
touches,
saw. The good touches,
goal.
getting involved. But listen, I know there's harder things to come for him. You know what I mean? Like, people have turned around and said they will all write him off, and now everybody loves him again and loves him. But listen, it's not easy being a Man United 9. You know what I mean? I saw Haaland score 7 in a row at one point or something like that. So
Player of the month.
I'm happy for Sesko. You know what I mean? I'm really happy for him, especially that both his goals were ugly goals.
Yeah.
That's what I want. Go and get them goals. You know what I mean? Go and get them type of goals. So I'm happy for him. I'm happy that he's getting involved in play a little bit more. But there's tougher times to come probably. Like this ain't it. I mean, you got Anfield, you got Van Dijk, you know what I mean? You got Konate, you know what I'm saying? He's gonna play against Konate all game, then Van Dijk will get man of the match. Do you know what I mean? So it's one of them ones. So it's one of them ones. You got that. So listen, there's tougher times to come. You know what I mean? It was our best performance. Our first half was our best performance of the season. Second half, I think, fizzled out a little bit. Again, I don't feel like we went for the kill. We were winning, but we didn't go to like
You
batter
knew you
them.
was comfortable, yeah.
We kind of just, the game kind of just went.
It's not easy.
Kind of
teams,
went,
Sunderland,
you know what I
man.
mean? But the thing is, I was talking about perfection earlier. One thing for Man United, that was a good game. Yeah, I mean, that was a good game. And you know what? We move. You know what I mean? Mount, good to see. What a finish that was. Touch finish. And he's the only player that I look at and I say understands the system perfectly. I think 'cause he's played in that system already before as well. Not system, the formation. But he looks like, when Mount is playing well, we play better, in my opinion. But we'll see with him. This guy can't stay fit. You know what I'm saying? So we'll see, man.
Aiden goal. Lemon.
I'm happy for him. He caught. I saw him catch 2 crosses. I said, "Wow, this is what it looks like." This is what it looks like to catch crosses.
I tweeted it yesterday. Yeah, it's like when teams get a competent goalkeeper, it's like getting a bad beat. They just don't know how to act.
We need to see
acting
that. But the thing
different.
is, we need to see. I mean, home to Sunderland. You know what I mean? In your first game, I think it was a game too far for Sunderland. I don't know. For some reason, they just
They've been unbeaten for a couple
you know what I
games
mean? They
as well.
came against us. I don't know. They just didn't look like they believed they could win. It was kind of a weird one. And the manager made a change. Went to the back 5 mid, but to be fair,
Edinburgh.
that improved them actually when he did that change. but it didn't look like they really believed that they could win. So it's going to be a tougher task. You know what I mean? We got Liverpool. Liverpool can go and use Man United as their re-confidence booster. Salah, 3 goals, and all of a sudden everyone's saying he's back and life's good again. You know what I mean? So we just need to, again, we have never been able to build off one win. So there's no point in getting too excited.
Yeah.
It's just, let's see what we can do on our next game. We haven't won back-to-back games. Let's see what we can do on our next game. But, you know what I mean? I have to ask you,
like, what happens if we do beat Liverpool?
What happens if we beat Liverpool?
Yeah.
What does the table look like? What happens if we beat Liverpool? Man United have 13 points and Liverpool have 15. You know what it is though? Let's be honest though.
Order must be restored.
No, but you know what it is though? Listen. This is why it's so frustrating. This is why it's so frustrating with like the Amorim situation and what Man United are doing, because bro, I promise you, it's not hard, in my opinion, to be a good team in this league at the moment. It's not.
Yeah.
But it's not, bro. Like these teams are not amazing to me, bro.
I think the gap is very close between everyone.
This is what I'm saying. So I'm like seeing us like laboring around. Like even now, okay, we've got 10 points, right? And what, top of the table have 16. It's only 6 points. Now I'm not looking at the title because over the course of the season that's gonna grow.
You didn't even need to
but
say
it's
that.
only 6 points.
You didn't even need to say that.
It's only 6 points.
Let United beat Liverpool.
Bro, if United beat Liverpool, yo.
He's retracting that statement and coming in shirtless next week.
What I will say about this year is...
So wait.
Don't even hum that.
So wait.
Don't hum it.
We're 3 off City. We're 4 off Spurs.
Who's Spurs got next?
Well, I can't wait to come in next
Who's Spurs got next?
And Cam's is humble, quiet.
Who's Spurs
got next?
Amarim needs to
Wait,
go.
who's Spurs got
I've
next?
had enough of Ratcliffe.
Villa. Emery's won 4 on the bounce.
Yo.
Spurs next 2 games ain't easy. Villa, Monaco away, Everton, Newcastle away.
Is that the game that is that
Tottenham,
Pogba coming
Chelsea.
back?
They're all away.
Is that the game that Pogba's coming back for?
Who?
Is that the game that Pogba's coming back for?
Bring him!
Off international break. Yeah.
Bring him.
You don't
Get
want
a
that.
fresh haircut.
You don't want that smoke.
Put some blue dye. Put the blues dye in your hair.
The blues dye.
Yeah.
The blues
Come
dye.
on.
What I was gonna say is, you see,
All I'm saying.
when I watch United, yeah,
Just 6 points.
and let me know what you think. Oh my gosh.
If Bruno scored his 2 penalties,
Yo. End the pod. End the pod.
When I watch United,
if Bruno scored his 2 penalties,
when I watch
we'll be
United,
sitting
yeah,
joint top.
you're dumb. The one thing that comes to mind is, yeah, if Amorim was adaptable with what he's doing, do you think it makes you guys look drastically better?
If what?
If Amorim
Absolutely.
was adaptable, and that's the thing I can't get my head over, because I look at United a lot, and I think to myself, a few tweaks, and you look like a completely different proposition.
Our team, it's not amazing. We haven't got an amazing team,
But
but
it's
I
not
do
shit.
think we do look at it with United lens. And I spoke to James Alcott about this.
We got James Alcott.
And shout out James Alcott. And the thing is that even, to be honest, even going back to it, I might have even been wrong with some cases. Like, he asked me, who are the teams that were a better squad than Man United? And I basically said everyone up till Newcastle, basically. But is that the truth? I don't know. Am I looking at it with United lens? Because, you know, everyone comes to United and drowns and play, you know what I mean? But are these is Newcastle's squad better than Man United's? Is Aston Villa's squad better than Man United? I don't know. Is Tottenham's squad better? Now, City, Liverpool, Chelsea, and Chelsea, you lot are running around with Garnacho. I'll reject, but I don't know. You know what I mean? It depends. It's all about the manager's usage. A coach elevates the way you look at a player. It's a fact. Look at the way people are probably looking at Mbumo now, like, he might be meaty, right? But last season, we're all saying he's top. It's all about the usage. It's all about how your coach utilizes the players. The squad is definitely not a 15th place squad like what we're finishing. And it's definitely a squad that if this manager is adaptable, can do just a small thing. We should never be nowhere near where we are. But you just never know. It looked good against Sunderland. Ahmad played well and stuff. But again, it's so much for Man United to go. Because again, you go losing at Anfield and then
Back to square one. Firad, I see that your Ghanaian decided to
yeah,
rise up.
somebody I can see. Sorry, in the chat, it's the midfield that will cost us 100%. Whoever said that, yeah, I fully agree.
Yeah, I saw that your Ghanaian decided to raise it up. You saw Semenyo and he said, "Don't worry, I've got something for you."
Superman.
You finally decided to score, yeah?
Yeah, man. Long overdue, but
Celebration came out.
Celebration came out and
They tried to bottle him. It missed, bro.
Just missed.
Centimeters, bro.
That would have
days.
him, bro. He would have never done that celebration again, you know? That would have been a lesson.
That's actually one of my fears. I'm like, yo, that celebration is actually too risky. Especially when you're going to a place like Ellen Road. But perfect. I feel like him and Tell both actually got their first goal, so I'm happy. Both of them need a lift up. I think Tell, I've said that number 9 position, I said this season I'm worried for us because I don't know who's going to grab that. I've got Solanke, Kolo Muani, Tell and Richarlison. I don't know if any Spurs fan can comfortably sit there and tell me any of them is getting over 15.
It feels like
I would love Solanke to be the guy, record signing. Kolo Muani, big name, whatever. Tell, young prospect. Respectfully, we know what Birdman's going to give, but in regards to them three, Richarlison. But in
I was thinking, who looks like
I'm
Birdman?
like, one of you please step up. Solanke's obviously out injured. Tell, we have lift off. Brother, can you show me a little bit more of that?
You had him as your most improved, didn't it?
I had him as
this
most
season.
improved. This year, I want him to actually build his confidence. It sounds pathetic to say, but brother, this guy looks like the game against West Ham. He looked anonymous, but the way he peeled off for that run, both finishers took a deflection, by the way, as well. So definitely got a little bit of help there. But sometimes you need that bit of luck. So I'm happy for him and Tell. You know what I mean? Another set of 3 points. The one thing I'm noticing, we're not very pretty under Thomas Frank. Let me be very frank. Under Thomas, we're not pretty, but we're getting points on the board. I think now it's 7 games unbeaten in the league. And
you guys ain't lost in the league yet?
No,
Bournemouth.
Yes. But for me, it's a case of I think that will come with time. I hope. So far, we've seen a lot of tactical flexibility. I think what's holding us back in terms of that is the double pivot of Palhinha and Bentancur. I don't think you're getting enough going through that middle. Everything's going through the outside areas, and it's just a little bit too predictable, in my opinion. I would love Sarr and Bergvall next to a Palhinha. That would be perfect. Then you've got Xavi Simons in the 10. Yeah. Listen. We have to shake Xavi Simons. Hey man. I know. I don't know where you sit on the Xavi scale.
Why do you need me to? You don't need me to say anything, bro.
Cam's is funny.
You don't need me to say anything.
Yeah. What he'll do is he'll wait for him to ball out and be like, yeah, he's techie, I like him. Or he's gonna look at him and be like, these little Louis Vuitton models, man. Get him out of here.
I'm not saying nothing. I'm not saying did he play well. He played
very well. Very well. And it's one of those games. Eye test. You might not see it on the stat sheet. Yeah, it's not a stat
the eye test now. Fuad likes eye test. Fuad likes eye test all of a sudden.
I've always liked the eye test. I've always liked the eye test.
No, you ain't, bro.
I've always liked it.
You ain't, bro.
Good show. Guys on YouTube. Check it out.
You're in the stat box. We put you in the stat box
because of time. Make sure you slash the like button if you watch it here as well. Because of time, we have to discuss Ange quickly, man.
Not even Ange though. Before we go into Ange, because that could be a part of the dud. He's a big dud.
Yeah.
We need to talk about Bournemouth. Anton Semenyo.
Yeah, we spoke briefly last week.
Yeah, I mean, but he's doubling up. You see his goal.
So for me,
he's monstrous, bro.
Yo,
he's
the top of the. You know what we say?
Versus caption, I said he is the standard bearer of the league right now. He's
okay, that's a bit too far.
No, right now in terms of wingers, he set the standard. He set the standard. Is Haaland a winger? Is Haaland a winger?
Well, you should have said winger. Then no, you didn't. You said standard bearer of players right now.
Wingers. I said wingers. Sorry, my bad. Wingers.
People let it all work out on there.
Say wingers. Of wingers. Of wingers right now. That is what it. You know when people say this is what it looks like.
He has started this season.
Yeah, that's what it looks like.
Nah, he is
not. But it's not. You're saying he started this season. But he finished last season.
He was incredible last year as well. But I feel like, you know, sometimes with players at that level, at Bournemouth, Brentford, you're thinking, maybe it's just he's just having a good year. Next year he'll go back to scoring 8-7 goals, whatever it is. We'll be busy. But he's reminding you, brother, that was not a form. This is, I've elevated. It's a difference, bro.
He knows he's him.
Fair play to him.
He's serious.
Problem is he signed a big contract in the summer, obviously.
I'm hoping there's a release clause in there.
Who's going to break the bank to get
the issue is, I think
it looks like every team should.
I think Bristol have got every 15% sell-on.
Is it?
Oh, swear.
So that means you got to put more on top so they can get their
But
bread.
every team in the league, bro, you're looking at that power that he has, that dribbling ability, that goal threat, that shot, that's both feet can play on both sides. That's invaluable, bro. That's invaluable. That's like some Mane type.
And the thing is,
And as we say, league ready as well. He's ready for the league.
You can see the progression in his game over the years.
Like, imagine you can imagine him at Liverpool. Even
the
like
ball strike.
imagine if Salah wants to take his day off. You know what I mean?
How long ago was I saying that Semenyo at Liverpool is like a no-brainer? It's the old school Klopp. Let me get someone from a lower team.
Even at Arsenal, man.
Anywhere, bro. Even Arsenal. I mean, that
He's
left
an
hand
Arsenal
side.
fan, of course.
Yeah.
It would just make sense.
Yeah.
But
Do you see the
for me,
picture
I
of
think
him
if they
and
got
PK
him-
Humble?
Nah.
Him and PK Humble were playing against each other a few years ago.
teammates, but way back.
Oh, is it?
Yeah,
They're
playing against each other. Yeah.
Man.
Bro, there's.
Yeah,
I
but
swear to you,
PK 's
everyone this weekend, by the way, had a picture with Antoine Semenyo at some point.
Is it?
I was
Well,
saying
everyone's
people-
uploading it.
Bro, I went high school with him. I went
Oh,
college with
work
him.
out.
I'm like, yo, alright, man, we get it. See, everyone remembers you when you're at the top. When you was grinding it, they didn't want to shout you out. They didn't want to post you on their story.
Fact.
But now they see you on the top of the room. It's like,
that's my friend.
Antoine.
That's my boy, that's my
Lie. Put it in the bag. You don't know
true.
Antoine
But-
like that.
Listen, man.
It's true.
They got Bournemouth though. It's a team that's doing well.
Justin
I'll
Kluivert
say-
scored as
Iraola,
well.
man.
Yeah.
Hey, that goal.
The Kluivert family.
Yeah.
That's up there for
Shane
champs.
Kluivert at Barca.
And then
you
the
got
other-
his other brother.
Yeah, they
who-
all scored this week.
Yeah, fair play. Fair play.
Iraola, yeah.
Perfect segue into champs and duds, I guess.
You know who I'm going champ?
Who?
I don't know if you lot saw the Inter Milan game.
Yes, I did.
Johan
I watched that
Boni.
game.
Yeah.
I actually watched that game when I was out
Three
there.
assists,
yeah,
one
yeah,
goal.
yeah.
One goal in
Yeah.
his
And
first
his
start.
debut.
I was
They
like,
cooked.
fair
They cooked.
play, bro.
I saw Vardy on the bench. I'm like, you should have just retired.
No, but
Are you doing this for your last?
No,
year
but
of
did you see
goal?
he was involved in the goal?
Yeah, come on, man. Like, no, I didn't see you get up to that point. I
He was
got up to,
involved
what
in
was it? 4.
He won the. He won.
Yeah, I
he
got
won
the
the.
4-0.
He dispossessed, played out wide. They crossed in. He tried, but he's not as young as he was. But he couldn't get to header. Someone else scored.
Oh my
But
god, man said
Key
dispossessed.
goal
For me,
involvement.
That's a horrible farewell tour, man. Cremonese.
Yeah, it's
Come
meaty.
on,
It's
bruv.
meaty.
Oh, they were unbeaten to that game, man. Come on, man. He's been
Cremonese,
cooking.
man.
I got champ. Oh, he's doing champ.
Do champ, yeah.
Send some in the chat.
I've got a champ. I've got a champ. You know, what? It's gonna be 2 parts. Harry Kane. I mean,
Yeah.
this guy's 11 in 6 games or
me
something
you
like
saw
that.
that finish.
He's got 20 goals
He's
this
got
season
22
already.
goals this season.
Yeah.
Did you see that
Did you see the
finish?
finish?
You remember
Oh my
in
gosh.
Vine era where they used to always show that Pogba and he used to do
Yeah.
the dub plate, whatever. When he used to do that strike, you remember
Yeah.
that chest and bang.
Yeah.
That was like
That is
Ronaldinho crossbar.
Yeah.
Bro, that
AI.
one
Yeah.
that didn't even
Fake.
look real. Harry Kane is just in his mood. He's in a different mood at the moment, and I gotta give a shout to Company as well. We can't
facts.
give only a shout to him. Is it 11 straight wins? Is it or 10 or 11 straight wins in a row for Bayern? And you know, you look at Company where he came from. You know what I mean? At Burnley, even before that, then goes to Bayern. You're questioning, but now last season they won the league, but it's still kind of like Bayern aren't all that. This year you're looking at what Elise is doing, you're looking at what Harry Kane's doing. Bayern are flying, they're flying in the Champions League. Now all they need is just
Musiala.
get that boy back, Musiala, and why not? Can't they be the dark horse for the Champions League? Who knows? And as I said, Kane right now, if the season was to it's early, very early, because you know there's a World
hate that
Cup
language.
year and stuff.
If the season was to end right now,
no,
but I
but
get what
right
you mean.
now he is the top 3 performing player in world football.
Yeah,
So I got
I
to give
have
him and Company a
agree.
joint champ of the week.
I think Haaland, you mentioned earlier as
Yes,
well.
yes,
Two
yes.
goals in the Champions League.
Company took
Scoring
a
on
lot
the
of
weekend
dirt in his name
This
as
is
well,
a
you know.
proper little revival. I think everyone low-key expected it.
Yeah.
And the fact that it's happening is even
Yeah.
funnier.
Company took a lot of dirt in his name.
Yes.
A lot of dirt in his name. A lot of slander. So big up him. I'm gonna give it Estevan, man. Just that it's a nice moment for
Yeah,
him.
18
It's
years old, yeah.
Yeah.
I think it's the youngest. I think there was a random stat about youngest goal scorer winner or something Premier League, which is mad. It doesn't seem like 18 feels that long with the young players that played. So yeah, I would give him one. Do you know a player that I don't? It's not a champ, but I really like Voldemort. You know.
Yeah, that guy. I like him.
I like Voldemort.
I like him a lot.
I like him. It feels like if you could get Andy Carroll and fuse.
Bro, he's crouchy, bro. He's that crouch, bro. He's got a touch of crouch, bro.
Thank you. Like you fuse like all of like the best big men in football, and you fuse them.
I like him a lot.
I like
his
him.
penalty.
Reminds me of
That penalty stays stuck, you know.
Bro.
That penalty stays stuck. Let's do duds.
Oh, you got another chance?
Ange Postecoglou.
No. Yeah.
You got Ange.
And
Ange,
Postecoglou.
I think he might get sacked. I think he might get sacked.
Wait, how many Prem games has he
Come on,
done?
this is
thank
what I'm
you.
saying. Now
Boss,
you're so
boss,
ungrateful.
boss.
I can't believe we lost to Ange in a final.
thank you,
That
thank
is
you.
a
Thank you,
generational
boss. Thank you, boss.
hell.
It was great, but hey, man. Do you remember when he got the job? I told you what the issues were, and they said, don't worry, this is a new club, different players.
He's lost 4 Prem games. He's lost 4 Prem games. The record is what? Frank de Boer 7.
Rio scored the winner for Liverpool and is younger. What does that mean? What did you say about Esteval? You said the youngest scores.
It was something. There was a thing that is. All these stats are thinking of it. But that's what I said. I literally said I'm not too sure.
So sure for a fake stat out there.
Fake stats, you know.
You man are doing this.
Is that what you're doing? Fake stats.
That's what we're doing.
That's what we're doing on our pod, yeah.
No problem. My dad's for Barcelona. I can't lie.
Yeah, 4-1 loss. 2 losses in a week.
Two losses in a week. 4-1 loss.
And
2-1 first half.
Cubic injury again.
Look at the goals as well, bro. Flick, bro. Second season Flick. They're putting question marks on him, bro. Flick, you need to rise up, bro. You need to rise up.
Hey, last season they were saying, Flick, you changed our life. Now they're saying second season Flick. This is what happens when you let Cam on your fan base. Get him out! Get him out, I'm telling you.
You know what's funny than that, yeah? If you see the way that Barcelona fans are talking about their players when Yamal's not there, yeah? They're saying that, they said that Kudus, if he wasn't playing pro football, he'll be in a Netflix special.
Doing what?
Bro, some teenage Netflix special. Bro, they're just violating.
Nah, not a good week. 4-1 loss is insane. But they could have made it 2-2. Lower missed the penalty. Yeah. Then all of a sudden you lose 4-1.
Rashford's goal was good though.
It's all going to come down to that Clasico game on the 26th of October. Real Madrid go and win that, probably stretch it to 5 points. 5 points in La Liga ain't 5 points in the Prem. Like, head-to-head are important. Yeah, 5 points.
That's a death sentence,
yeah.
Listen, man. Like, share, subscribe. Algorithm. International break. You will see videos from us. We will be active. We will see you soon as well. Like, share, subscribe. Follow the personals as well. Follow the boys' YouTubes. Culture Cams. Spurs Eye View. You already know what to do. We'll be back soon.
GFN Soccer TV, with all your favourite shows in one place, is now live in the UK with Samsung TV Plus.
This is FCM on DR Sports, and it's live.